right, welcome to Philosophy. I'm your host, Ross Doling, up here with my dude in the stewed, Ryan Parmenter.
That is correct. If you weren't, that'd be a sad day for me. I've cherished our moments together, my friend. Can you hear me, audience? Hello. My name is Ryan Cesar Parmenter. I'm originally from Tijuana, Mexico.
I did not know that about you.
It's a fun fact.
Oh.
It's pretty fun.
So do you don't tell people if it's a tense situation?
No.
Someone's holding a gun to your head. They're like,
well, in life or death situations, I won't. But if it's just like people are stressing out and they just need to like a tension tamer, they need something to ease the tension. I'll just be like, hey, I'm from Tijuana? And they'll be like, no way, dude. And I'll be like, yeah way. And they'll be like, man, that was fun. But do you ever do that where like, this is fun. We're having a fun time. This is fun. Do you say that, or do you hate people who say that?
I don't know. Sometimes I like it because it brings me out of the moment. I can appreciate the moment I was in that I was recently brought out of. And then I can go back into the moment with enlightenment. And then I can live inside the moment.
Yeah, I like saying it with like a sarcastic voice. So like if we're laughing about it, and then I'll be like, oh, we're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
And people are, I don't know. It's kind of for me more than anything. I think a lot of the things I do, I just do for my own humor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Do we have a segment?
I think we're going to talk about Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, yeah. Do you know anything about him?
I looked up the story maybe like Friday.
Wow. You're prepared.
I was curious. But that was a while ago. Did I spell it right here? Rumple?
No. There's no space and it's EL. Rumpelstiltskin. It's all one word. EL.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't have a first or last name. That's his name. Yeah. He's an imp.
He is an imp.
Yeah.
I remember when I read the Artemis Fowl series. There was like these demons that are just like baby dragons or something. And they called them imps. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, Rumpelstiltskin. Let me try to remember how that story went. I think there was this lady who like didn't know how to sew or spin or something, and then Rumpelstiltskin was like, I'll spin something for you if you give me your soul, or something like that. And so it's like making a deal with the devil, except it was Rumpelstiltskin instead. Is that about right?
You were pretty close. What happened was there was a miller.
Okay.
I don't know. Someone who spun like cloth or silk into things, and he wanted to brag, get higher up through the ranks. So he said that his daughter could spin silk into gold, which wasn't true, or straw into gold. Spin something into gold.
Okay.
And she couldn't do it. And she was threatened by the king that if she couldn't do it, then she'd be killed or thrown into a dungeon.
Okay.
And then Rumpelstiltskin comes along and is like, hey, if you give me possessions, I'll spin the stuff into gold for you.
Okay.
And it escalated to the point where the king married the
Rumpelstiltskin?
No, the princess. That
would be a really progressive fairy tale.
Yes, it would be.
Do you think there was like progressive fairy tales? Where they like commented on social injustices and stuff?
I think to a point all of them were.
Huh.
Like Rumpelstiltskin is about maybe not lying to get higher up through the ranks.
Yeah.
To a point.
Yeah. Those robber barons, that we got to know about for history. And all these other things. Taking advantage of others. That's a social injustice right there.
Right. But the king in this story didn't really take advantage. He was just, well, he kind of was taking advantage. I take that back.
Okay.
Because he wanted the gold and wanted to trap the person in a dungeon to get all the gold. And that's kind of like what
a poopy butthole.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough of Rumpelstiltskin, I think. Did you have anything? Whoa! Hey.
Alright, you know what that sound means. It's time to play What Does That Sound Mean?
Yay! Well, give us a sound.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna try not to kill this stream with the... Okay. We're gonna delay this game until next time, because the IT guy has no idea what he's doing.
And he also talks in third person.
The IT
Hooray!
guy is third person omniscient.
I think.
Alright.
Yeah.
You guys know what day it is. It's Milestone Monday.
What day is it?
Milestone Monday.
You know what day it is? Mike.
Alright, guys, you know what that sound means. It's time to play What Does That Sound Mean?
Yay! Was that the sound also?
Yeah, that's also the Milestone Monday sound.
Awesome.
Oh.
Okay. So
Alright.
I'm guessing that sound means it's Milestone Monday.
Ah, dang, you're good.
Ah.
You're a first timer?
Yeah, actually, that's
Wow.
this whole thing is a first time.
It's a milestone in of itself. But
Indeed.
today's milestone is the second, meaning the second measured second of all time.
So would that be like indeed the second, or once people started measuring time, like in the ADs and stuff?
Once people started measuring time, the second measured second is what we're going to discuss.
Okay.
But is this milestone a sham? Since
sham.
time is an illusion, a man-made illusion.
Interesting. Explain to me why you think time is an illusion.
I think the measurement, the way we measure time is an illusion.
Yeah.
There's no arguing that nature progresses and there's change that you can see, and you could clearly tell that you're going through some sort of process. But the way we go, like, every hour, 60 minutes, all that. But now I'm starting to think that it isn't, because we all base that off the nature of the Earth rotating and spinning around the sun.
I don't know. It's all pretty arbitrary, honestly. But I think sometimes, like, what if instead of, like, we're traveling through time, time is traveling through us? Like, we're stationary, because, like, our mind, like, you can't really tell your mind's changing and that kind of stuff. So, like, what if you're at a fixed point and, like, there's a plane or a 3D cube or something that's just, like, moving through you. See this hand motion I'm doing?
Yeah. The folks at home, he has his right hand out, like he's holding
A fixed point.
the handle of a mug. But
Kind
that
of, yeah.
represents a fixed point with his fingertips.
Yeah.
And then he has his left hand, like he's palming a basketball.
Indeed.
And he's soaring it through space over the fixed point and then over his shoulder.
Yeah. It's kind of making a rounded trajectory, and I'm not intending that. That's just how my body moves. But that represents how we're in one place. Like, time is just kind of happening to us, as opposed to we're happening to time. We're useless people. We don't have any say in the matter. No free will.
I don't think we're useless.
No free will. Everything is a lie. Nothing is real. That'd be interesting. I was watching some Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson back when he did that. He was talking about, like, free will and whether it exists or not with that one lady from Star Trek who, like, is in the new Star Treks. I think her name was, like, Alice Eve. I don't know.
It's a peculiar name.
Indeed.
Alice Eve. It's like two first
Speaking
names.
of Eve... Oh, speaking of two first names, I know this guy named Ben Allen George. That's pretty crazy.
That's 3 first names.
It is. We call him Bag
That's like a record.
because that's his initials. But speaking of, what was I about to speak of? Eve, Adam and Eve. I was listening to something. I think Staub or somebody was talking about Adam. How there's an Adam. No, it was my pastor. He was talking about how there's Adam, and then Jesus was like a second Adam, and they're like, we're all different Adams. I was like, I wonder what ladies think about this. Like, can they relate to Adam, or do they relate to Eve, even though Adam, I don't know. It was weird. Do you have any thoughts about that messed up?
What was your question? What do they relate to Adam, or do they relate to Eve?
I don't know. When people like talk about like how humans are just like atoms,
they're atoms. Adam was made of atoms.
and it's Adamception, except spelled differently.
He's made of atoms. His name is Adam.
Do you think he had
of
dreams?
an atom.
Oh, everything is Adam. You get Adam when you're going Adam. You're made of atoms. Your name could be Adam. You know what that cough means? It means Thomas is coughing. What was that sound effect? You can speak. I still can't hear it. Maybe Frederick.
Put the headphones on?
Man. Oh, is that the sound? That means are you just playing bell sound effects?
0, 1,
For those of you at home,
3,
they're playing in a headset,
4.
but neither Ross or I have headsets.
Do you want to respond to this one, Rob?
7,
Which
8,
The one that's going right now.
9, 0,
No
1,
idea what's going on.
2,
Hey, Frederick,
3,
the corner clown, can you help
4.
me out?
5,
No,
6,
I think there's
7,
because you don't
there's people
talk.
8.
counting.
9,
There's a guy trying
Okay,
to
Frederick.
count out loud, and the person
It's definitely not Frederick.
being heard in the sound effect is trying to distract the person
I
counting.
can't hear the sound effect.
Even though he's counting in a linear fashion, the other person
I
isn't.
bet Frederick
and
counts
he
in a linear
keeps going
fashion.
back to the single-digit numbers.
0, 1,
Is there too much stuff
2.
going on right now?
We got
3,
4 things going on.
4.
Nothing.
5,
I'm having
So
a
that is-
7,
conversation with
I am
Frederick.
taking this back.
Back to the regularly programmed episode. What do we got next?
I want to keep talking about time.
Okay. Time with Robert Time on prime time.
It's Brian time.
Brian Time.
Right.
I'm sorry. Do you want to explain that? What I just said?
No.
Okay.
I think there's a value in celebrating things that didn't happen first.
Okay.
All the milestones are the first woman to fly an airplane.
Yeah.
Or even the first flight, period. The first moon landing. But what about the second time? What about, like, the people that knew that the first thing happened and then improved upon that and did it again?
Yeah.
Why is that not celebrated
Yeah.
as much?
I get that. That I don't know. I think second responders never get a good enough rap.
Yeah,
I mean, they were just the only difference between them and first responders was proximity. They just weren't close enough.
What if the second responders, were responding first to another thing that warranted a response? Then they were so quick in caring for that, and that they had time to go respond second to another
Yeah.
thing that warranted a response.
Second responders are the real heroes. I think first responders, they just get all the glory, even if they didn't really do anything. They were just there first. Second responders know what they're doing. They know they should be there, even if it takes them longer to get there. So, I think we should have. Is there a First Responders Day? Because if there is, then there definitely needs to be a Second Responders Day.
But then where do we draw the line? Do we have third responders day?
No, forget that. Third responders are just
Yeah.
fat squeeps not able to
I
get there
agree.
fast enough.
I think that third responders just want to say that they were on the thing. Apparently there is a first responders day,
Sweet.
It occurs on September 27th. And Colorado was the first state to proclaim a First Responders Appreciation Day.
Were they the first ones to legalize marijuana?
Who was the second? Who was the second state to proclaim that?
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Also, look if there's a second Responders Day. Okay. Do you wanna?
Did I say something about third responders?
Yeah.
Alright.
You said, what about drawing the line?
Okay. I don't know if I already said this, but I think the third responders just want to say that they were there and they responded.
Yeah.
And then you got too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many
spoiling the
cooks.
soup.
Too many
cooks. Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
Too many snaps. Snaps. I think I was dead on when I said too many snaps.
Yeah.
That was an accurate assessment. Way to go, me.
Alright.
Okay. That awkward moment was brought to you by Serious Putty. The silly putty that isn't silly, but is very sobering. You can only use it when you're depressed. Get yours today. Okay. For the record, I'm going to try to improv a sponsor. Possibly. That's my attempt. Very meager. Serious Putty. Available at any Chinese restaurant within a 5-mile radius of a Walmart.
That is a hassle to keep track of.
Yeah.
But it's serious. If you want serious putty, you gotta be serious about it.
You gotta know what you want. And go for
Yeah.
it. Let me see. Where's my phone?
What are your thoughts on if you're gonna rob a place? Would you want to do it with an obvious robber outfit on? Like you got stripes on your shirt, you got a ski mask, you got a burlap sack with a dollar sign on it slung over your shoulder.
I would want to walk into a bank with a burlap sack with a dollar sign on it in business attire, and just have some loose ones in there, so it looks like it's empty. But then be like, I would like to make a deposit, and then the lady standing there, who I picture as very sassy, would just be like, "What the heck? What do you think you're doing?" Probably from Texas also. And I'll just be like, "Good morrow, good madam. I would like to deposit some good monies." Because in this situation, I'm also very proper. And then she would be like, "I don't know about that. This is a McDonald's. Are you robbing us?" And I'd be like, "No, I thought this was a bank. My good bad." Then I would walk out, except for that in my pajamas that I'm wearing underneath, they would get the butthole flap, on those onesie pajamas.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking
Wait,
about?
who has the butthole flap?
I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Do you want to call somebody? I can call Max.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna call Max. This is gonna be our weekly call out. Because this show is different. Instead of call-ins, we do call outs. You know what that sound means? Something's about to happen. Okay, here we go. It's going. If he doesn't answer, do you want to leave a voice message?
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta do it like a two people, like that annoying couple.
Yeah, okay. I'll start. But we gotta say hi together really obnoxiously at the start. Okay.
Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Damn.
40.
Do you think this person gets paid every time this message is played?
426
Whoever
is
recorded
not
it?
available. At
I'd
the
like to
tone,
think so.
please record your
I want that
message.
gig.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Do you ever press 1?
Let's do it.
Hi!
Hey!
You've reached the residence of Ryan Parmenter.
And Ross Doing.
We're having so much fun we didn't pick up the phone. And neither did you! The end. We hung up. Oh, I forgot to press 1. Okay, we got 10 minutes.
I was about to press 1.
Yeah. Wonder if we still can. Do you want to call 1? I see that. I see that in my phone. There's. You know what that cough means? It means Thomas is being quiet. Not. Sound effect. I can't hear those. What else we got? I got some stuff. Let me see. Did you bring that puppet?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Let me get it on.
Okay. Man. That looks like a problem. Okay.
What's up, guys? I'm the puppet.
I love it.
I'm Mr. Puppet.
It's great. I like...
What do you got for me?
Do you like Cheerios?
Honey nut or regular?
Just like whole wheat, straight up, no flavor.
You know, I like them, but not to eat.
What do you do with them? Do you have like a...
I like putting them underwater for a little bit so they get damp,
Okay.
and then filling up my bathtub with them.
Man.
And then they're just kind of there.
Do you put the Cheerios into your bathtub water, or do you like scoop them out of the water once they're damp and put them into your bathtub?
I put them in a spaghetti strainer,
Oh.
and then run some water. I put it, you know that thing on most faucets that have that thing where you press the button and it switches from like regular, like a straight stream of water to like a shower head.
Yeah.
Nice
one, puppet.
Yeah. So I do that so it doesn't like get them too soggy, just kind of damp. And then I put them right into the tub. Gotta make sure the drain is closed because I don't want to lose any progress.
Do you like spend a lot of time washing yourself? Because that's like puppets. I don't know. They're generally smaller than people.
Yeah. Well, really, I'm just like a thing. Like I'm a piece of plastic.
Right.
I'm 2 eyes. Got a piece. Like I kind of look like a micro penis.
Oh.
With.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
It. But I mean, that doesn't mean I still got to take care of myself.
Of course. So do all micro penises.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I mean, I
It only
wouldn't
feels
know.
good when you can barely feel it.
That's what I always say about Cheerio baths.
Well, I don't take the bath in the Cheerios.
What?
I mean, that's a ludicrous. Just
Explain to me what you do.
Put them in the spaghetti strainer.
Okay.
Turn on the fruit wash of shower head thing.
Yes.
Then dump the damp Cheerios into the tub. And then
just
they're
leave
just
them
kind of
there?
there. Yeah.
Are
And,
they like for aroma purposes?
No, well, kind of, but sometimes I like to like put things in, like
Oh.
put like a thing of like a fork down in there,
Okay.
or just whatever.
I understand.
Then like a week later, we can go on a treasure hunt in the Cheerios
Why don't more people do that?
because they don't think. They think, Cheerios,
Ah,
I gotta
man.
eat them so my heart's healthy. But what about like a really healthy excursion in your own house.
Yeah. You know what they always say? Bathtub treasure hunts and Cheerios are the best medicine.
Yeah.
Better than laughter.
They always say
You know what that sound means, everyone? It's time for what this episode is brought to you by. This episode is brought to you by the number
7.
and the literary technique slant rhyme. Thank you. That's all the time we have for that segment. I'm
having trouble getting the puppet off my finger.
Yeah. Remind me what his name is? / her, maybe?
I forgot.
I think it was like Mr. Puppet.
I wasn't really paying attention to what he was saying.
Do you think he has that little weird throat slip burp thing that happens when you yawn? Does he even have a throat?
No, I think puppets, when they eat,
Yeah.
like, it just kind of disintegrates. Like, you know how humans, like,
Yeah.
20% of the digestion happens in your mouth? Or some percent.
Yeah, I assume so. That something happens.
With puppets, it's 100%.
Oh,
So they don't need to swallow any food.
that's like why Cookie Monster, it just like comes right back out.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. Do you think puppets' anatomy are supposed to be like imaginary? Like you're supposed to just imagine it's there? Even though, like, in reality, it's just a hand and it's part of an arm, probably. You're supposed to, when you're suspending your disbelief when watching a puppet, are you supposed to imagine that there's anatomy involved, or is that suspended also?
I think it depends how realistic the puppet is.
Oh,
If it's like Cookie Monster, like, although he's a monster,
yeah.
it's still like a pretty like well done monster.
Yeah.
That warrants you to imagine him as his own entity.
Yeah.
But like Statler and Waldorf, like, even though they're people, like, they're the guys from the Muppets that like sit in the balcony.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like, "Nah."
Yeah, okay. I was very lost. But I understand.
Like, even though they're people, like, I can't get over the fact that they're puppets.
Yeah.
Just because they kind of make me mad. So
What-
all I
what's
want
that
to do
thing-
is pin them as a puppet.
What's that thing on some Muppets where it's just like floaty hair? How do they do that?
Ooh. I know what you're talking about.
We got 1 minute.
All it is, I don't know how they do it, but I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
It's just a bunch of cloth. Wait, do their mouths open and stuff?
Sometimes.
Then I'm clueless.
Okay.
I'm done.
You ready for the outro song?
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't know the answers, but you roll the dice. You take the chancers. You gotta dance with the dancers.